Thomas Weather.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Wednesday morning, it is the 25th day of September. Time as I make this is 4:18 a.m. I have so much in my brain to tell you. Let me try to articulate it as best as I can about Hurricane Helene. It's not a hurricane yet. It's 65-mile-an-hour winds on the 4 a.m. advisory, and it is approaching the Yucatan Channel. That is the entrance to the Gulf of Mexico. It'll be moving through the eastern Gulf of Mexico, becoming a hurricane probably this morning, maybe 80-mile-an-hour winds by 1 o'clock this afternoon, according to the Hurricane Center, and perhaps by landfall, a strong Category 3 of 120 miles per hour. That's what the Hurricane Center is saying. Some of the models take it even higher than a Category 3, unfortunately. Winds are one thing with a hurricane, but as you probably know, the worst thing with a hurricane is water. And I'm talking about storm surge that could break record levels across the northeastern Gulf Coast. We could see amounts near landfall of 10 to 15 feet, which is absolutely mind-boggling. The entire ocean comes up 10 to 15 feet with waves on top of that. Okay, so we have a hurricane warning that is in effect. Does not include Panama City, but not far away, Mexico. It starts at Mexico Beach, which is like Prattville to Panama City Beach, and then it goes all the way down to almost Clearwater. Okay, the city of Clearwater is not included, but just north of Clearwater, there's a river there, and the name escapes me at the moment, and that's where the hurricane warning goes into effect. So now Tampa Bay is under a tropical storm warning, and they're going to see significant storm surge action even in the Tampa Bay area. In fact, the entire west coast of Florida. And by the way, there are some new warnings now on the northeastern coast of Florida as well. But boy, oh boy, once this hits the coast somewhere near, let's say, Cape San Blas, somewhere in northeastern Florida, Gulf Coast at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, roughly. Once that happens, it is going to go into Georgia and still be a very powerful storm as it goes up the spine of Georgia with winds 60, 80 miles an hour or higher, and then eventually through Macon and Atlanta. You remember, we had a hurricane named Opal in 1995. 5 people died in Atlanta from falling trees. It's going to be a horrendous situation for Atlanta, and rainfall totals could easily be over 8 inches, well, maybe 10 inches at landfall, but maybe over 8 inches in much of Georgia. Our local effects are this. Let's do it in order here. First of all, the rainfall will be the substantial thing. We have a flood watch that begins tonight. There's already rain in the state, so occasional showers today. Rain increasing tonight and tomorrow. Flood watch in effect. Rainfall could be 4 inches or greater from about I-65 on eastward. And as you get closer to the Georgia border, maybe over 8 inches of rain. What about the winds? Well, the wind speeds here could gust as high as 40 miles per hour all the way, let's say, from I-65 on eastward. But as you get closer to the Georgia border, easily 50, 60, maybe even plus wind gusts are expected. So this is not our hurricane. By that I mean it's not going to be landfalling near us specifically. So we're going to be on the left side of it, and that's a good thing. I mean, that's a better side than the right side. And because we're on the left side, we're not expecting tornadoes here from Helene. All right, those are the headlines, and this is a long update, and I'm sorry, but there's much to talk about. I think Helene is going to be on the list of some of the great Gulf hurricanes of all time. This is my opinion, okay? And I don't overhype these things. I'm very, very impressed by how it's all coming together, and we're going to see something called rapid intensification today on a scale that is hard to believe. All right, this morning everything is normal, including live on the radio 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1 WACV. There'll be another update for you first thing tomorrow morning in the 4 o'clock hour, and your forecast whenever you want it across the dial on the Blue Water family of stations. Stay weather aware. Get our weather app on your phone or tablet because you'll need it. and it's free in the App Store. All you have to do is search Rich Thomas Weather. You get instant push notifications for severe weather alerts, plus all of my posts, and there's going to be a lot of posts involving Helene. All right, I'll see you later.
Rich Thomas Weather.